Again, I'm ready.
Good thing, though, we have former Super Bowl champ James Harrison with us. Thank you for being here. We're going to get your take, but first, Shannon, what grade would you give Dak for his performance?
First name is Dakota.
Are you doing this?
It's only natural. What should I give him?
Like D is in dog?
D. D. He had those 2 turnovers. He gave up that scoop and score. He had 7 points and 149 yards at the half. He put up another 4, for good measure to make sure it wasn't a joke. He gave you another 4 yards in the third quarter. What am I supposed to do with 153 yards and 7 points, Skip Bayless? What am I supposed to do with that? He gave Washington, if he doesn't turn the ball over that scoop and score, guess who wins that game? Guess who doesn't need that field goal to tie it? Dallas, they don't need it. Him, he's been inaccurate, Skip Bayless. Look. So you like all these check downs, these dink and dunk. Michael Gallup had that one big play.
Oh, just sweep that on the way. It didn't really happen.
Whoa,
Skip. It was just a fluke, aberration.
I'm not going to, first of all,
mirage.
You see what he tried to do? James, this is what Skip does. Skip is the type of guy he's an arsonist. So he sets the house on fire. Then he rings the alarm, call the fire department, puts on his fireman suits and try to put it out. You started this. Dak put us in this situation. How am I going to get him credit for almost, he didn't do it, almost getting him out of it? He did it, Skip. He gave up that scoop and score.
A D?
D.
That's just irresponsible.
No.
You must have seen a different game than I saw. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Did they win? So
Should have.
That's all. No, see,
the ref stole it. I don't know.
I told you know what I told
Ref stole it.
I told my
Did you see the flag at the end?
I told my teacher that.
I had a
He moved the ball.
He did not move the ball.
He did. Look at the replay. He moved the ball.
You're wrong. Every center, every
Listen,
snapper.
I'm not going to go as bad as he did and give him a D, but I'm going to give him a C. It was average.
Average?
Game average at best. Every quarterback now is averaging at least, what, 270 yards of passing? Dak got 273. The only reason I give him a C is because he did get a drive going to the end that set up a field goal that they ended up missing. But like you said, he had 2 fumbles. One that cost him a good 6 points.
First one didn't
Take away
cost
that
him
6,
any
what
points.
happened?
But it didn't help him either.
What did it cost him?
One did, though. That's 6 points. Take away the 6, what happened?
He righted the wrong. He set up a 42-yard field goal. They got robbed from them and pushed back to 50
He tried to do the snapper, little move, wiggle, and he got caught.
Now that you have brought that up, the snapper has been with the team for 14 years, and he said after the game, I did exactly what I've always done. And the great Tony Dungy last night on NBC said he watched it dozens of times, and he saw no extraneous movement. He got his grip on the football, and then he got set with it to snap it. And once it became set, it was solid set. It didn't move an inch.
He tipped it.
No. He just got a grip.
He tipped it. The next time he snapped on the one he missed, he didn't tip or nothing. He just shot.
See this?
Run it.
Once he comes set, then the Washington player jumps. What's his name? Jonathan Allen.
Jump.
Nothing. There's nothing going on.
Wait up.
That's just he doesn't remove it. It's set.
Show it.
It's set.
They cut
It's
it
set.
away.
Stop cutting away, trying to make his point right.
No, now it's set. Now he's
Come
set.
on.
Nothing.
Stop turning away.
Nothing.
Y'all don't play this.
Nothing. The ball does not move.
You're wrong.
Tony Dungy.
Look at it.
Tony
you can
Dungy
see it,
wrong?
Skip. I see why you keep saying Skip. You got to say Skip to make him understand. You're talking to him. You're like, Skip, listen. You know how...
No, Jonathan Allen jumped when the ball was completely set. He just overreacted and jumped. It's offsides, -5 on Washington. It's a 42-yard field goal. And all of a sudden, it turns into a 52-yard field goal. Every center gets a grip on the ball like that and then comes set and stays set.
He had 2 hands and he tilted like that.
Guess how many field goals he snapped for? Over 400
The next snap, he didn't do the tilt. He just shot it.
Oh, God.
If y'all could get
So
that
here's
play
the
on there,
point. Dak Prescott yesterday was a flat-out warrior. You call him a bus driver, I call him a playmaker because he played with a bad knee and a hurt hand and a hurt
Everybody
head.
plays hurt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
Everybody plays hurt.
You just told
After
me
game 1, everybody's hurt, Skip.
He told me last week that if you're out there on the field, you're healthy. That's what he just told me last week.
Yeah. Who were you making excuses?
Aaron Rodgers. With that big old knee brace.
Oh, and then he ran like a 4.240 up the middle of the field for a big first down in the fourth quarter. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's got a knee brace on. So Dak Prescott just kept making play after play after play, and he's got nobody at receiver that you can trust. And his offensive line, every road game, gets its golden tails whipped constantly. They couldn't open a single lane for Zeke Elliott, so you got nothing. You got 15 carries for 34 yards. I'm just saying, you got no. What did you just tell me about Carson Wentz? He's got no running game to lean on. Am I right? Well, yesterday, Zeke was running nowhere fast. He was running in mud on a dry day in D.C. And all I know is that every time a third down play needed to be made, Dak Prescott made it. In the fourth quarter, he threw for 120 yards, and he ran for 25 more, 3 times for 25. He ran for a TD that most running backs couldn't score on with the degree of difficulty where he got stuck in the backfield. All he did was play valiant football. He played warrior football, and he deserves a B+ for that because I told you. B+ because the only reason he doesn't get an A or an A-. No, I'm not a true fan. He made one huge mistake. But what happened on the play before the big mistake? He throws.
It's always somebody else's fault.
All right. He throws a gutsy pass to Cole Beasley that gets them out of jail. And right on time, it's holding on the rookie left guard.
Did he hold?
He is a hold. He tackled.
Okay.
He tackled.
Okay.
He is a liability. He is by far the weakest link, maybe on any offensive line. They have Tom Brady's right tackle from last year on the roster, Cameron Fleming. He should be at right tackle. Lyle Collins should be at left guard, and we wouldn't be having these conversations.
Cam Fleming any good?
Yeah, he's good.
He was there. Hold on, he was there.
Cam Fleming, any good?
Okay.
You went up against him in practice. He's all right. Yeah.
He's all right.
Well, they gave him
So now you run for public office. You a politician.
I'm just saying, this Tom Brady, he gets rid of the ball in 2.7 seconds. I could be a tackle for Tom Brady.
Well, maybe you could. Maybe you missed your
all you
calling.
gotta do is get a hand on
Maybe
somebody.
you should go
Tom
back.
will tell you, hey man, just get a hand on him.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Marcus Cannon's hurt. I don't know. Maybe you could. I don't disagree with you. I think that's the quality of offensive lineman that Tom Brady has. But he's the greatest quarterback ever by far. It's not even close. But this guy just plays on guts. That's all he does. He's a gutsy playmaker.
Well, no.
He put them in position to tie the football game. Who had the momentum in the fourth quarter, Mr. Sharp? Who dominated the fourth quarter? The Dallas Cowboys did. Who would have won the overtime? They had all the momentum. They would have won the overtime. You know it.
James, what grade did you give him?
I gave him a C. I gave him a C.
Yeah, well, come on, D.
Passing.
Skip, here's the thing.
D, you gave him an F for last year.
Here's the thing. Okay, you said he threw for 120 yards, right? In the
fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter. 71 of those yards came on the final 2 drives. So up until then, he had a grand total of 49 yards. Jenny, what am I supposed to do with that?
I mean,
The later, the clutcher. That's what you have to do.
But
with
he
that.
didn't
The
get-
later, the clutcher.
Skip, if you take the last shot and you don't make it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how clutch he was if he doesn't come up with the win. He didn't deliver us from evil.
So you realize Washington has a really good defense. They're ranked.
If he's who you said he is, he got to pull it through.
Washington 7th in points allowed. That's pretty good. And at home, they're going to be really good. Dallas got the 2nd best defense in points allowed. So they hung right in there. They didn't give up much because Dak gave them the 1 touchdown.
Who gave him the touchdown?
But you gave
him a B+.
Okay, what did I just tell you? Once you get in a struggle like that, the quarterback's going to try to make one too many plays. And in that case, you're on your own goal line. You got to protect the football. And he didn't because he's trying to make something happen that's virtually impossible. His degree of difficulty is a 10.
You're making our point for us. In a game where points at a premium, you can ill afford to turn the football over. And what did he do?
He made one big mistake.
That's it. That's all it takes.
That's all.
That's all JR made in game 1. He made one big mistake.
And LeBron made the biggest.
You know what, Skip?
Well, he did. Just take the shot. Just take the shot.
Well,
You got a
just hold
15-foot
on to
jump
the
shot.
football. Like Tom in the Super Bowl. Just hold on to the football.
So-
Ball security is everything.
So we're putting Dak in the same sentence with Tom and LeBron? Thank you.
No.
I appreciate
Don't
that.
do that, Skip.
Well, you did it. I didn't do it.
All I'm saying is that he had the ball. The ball was in his hands. And the next thing I know, they're smelling the deodorant and Washington is celebrating. Why is that? If Dak had the ball.
No, the next thing you know, the yellow flag's flying, and wait a minute, it's a false start? Are you kidding me? That's flat out robbery. That's wrong. It's a wrong
Get
call.
that play together. You will see that it was right.
No, it's wrong. You go watch Tony
What did
Dungy
Al
on
Revron
NBC
say?
last night.
What did Al
care what
Revron
Tony
say?
says.
Tony
I
ain't no
see the ball.
head of officiating.
He's a spin control doctor. That's what he does.
Don't do that, Skip.
He's a spin doctor.
No, he's not.
He said he illegally moved the foot. He did
illegally
not.
moved it.
He did not. What did LP Ladouceur say? That's he's been with him for 14 years. He said, I did exactly the same thing I do on every field goal. And they called it because they got caught flat-footed because Washington jumped. And the refs just choking. He threw his
No,
flag,
he
and he's
didn't.
like, Oh, he moved the
Y'all
football.
could please get
Baloney! Baloney! It's all baloney. It was a robbery.
that. Wasn't a robbery.
Yeah, the league
J.
hates
Cole.
Jerry Jones. You know it.
No, the league.
The next snap, he did not do that same movement.
Yes,
And
Compare the
no, he
two.
didn't.
Oh, please. He does it every
Then
time.
you snap. You was the wing.
Hey, listen, I snapped one time and it didn't go good. Of course, I had a punter that couldn't jump. He had two blown hamstrings. I'm coming up with an
Punt
excuse.
snap?
I snapped the ball to the punter, but it was a little high. If we had our normal Sepulveda was in there, he would have jumped up and got it. But this dude had two blown hamstrings.
For the Steelers or in college?
Yeah, for the Steelers.
Why did you wind up?
Somebody, well, our original snap, yeah, he blew out his ACL, and they like, can somebody snap? And ain't nobody. I'm like, hell with it, I'll do it.
What year was it?
2000, was it?
Like early?
8, 9?
Okay.
Yeah. I think we was playing against Dallas, maybe.
Ooh.
And
I
we
tried to get
won?
that video.
No, y'all didn't. Y'all lost.
I snapped in college.
Did you?
Yeah, see, and James Ferrier snapped in college. He's sitting on the sideline after I snapped the ball and it shoot over his head for a safety. He like, man, I snapped in college. I could have did. Well, you should have said something.
James, thank
Now you telling you right.
Thanks for being here, and then you're going to come back later in the show. But next up, what about more blame on Baker Mayfield?